light in here is what we need. Thank you. We have one person in here. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to mess up my hair a little bit. Yeah, there we go. What I'm going to do with this. Let's see if we can mess with the light a little bit. How do you like that light? Welcome to at Hollywoodland21. That is my handle. My channel name is Hollywoodland22 on YouTube. On TikTok, you can see me chatting. I have an older from last year a live stream I did for 10 months. It's a little bit amateurish, more amateurish than this one is. Yeah, I cut some of this off. I thought it was time. I'm making some hot tea. Tom Cruise in 10 years. Yeah, you're a smart ass. But we invite smart asses here. Yes, we do. Thank you, Ann Dunlap. 1951. I still have some fat to lose. I'm now 100 and I'm bouncing around between 169 and 171 pounds at 6'1". I'm going to drop all the way down to 150. I know that seems 20 pounds off of me, but with broad shoulders and everything, I drop. Well, I can get down to like 155. I'm fine. I have very, very, very little body fat. I have less than 10% body fat on me at 155. I just want to lose enough weight to get a washboard stomach. It'll happen. I used to be like that back in 2023 in the summer. Gain eagers, what's that? Are you a Muslim buddy? No, I'm not a Muslim buddy. Hello, sugar dad. In time, I'm not sure. Right now, what's pressing is I have to have a surgery next Monday. Yeah, it's a routine surgery, but all surgeries do carry risk. Wait until you're 45 years old, they start, especially if you're a man. Well, not necessarily. You could be a woman and have like a gallbladder problem, or I'm not talking about elective surgeries. I'm talking about if you're unlucky and genetically and you have to have like your gallbladder taken out, your appendix taken out or something like that. Many people do. You'd be surprised. And a lot of millennials, people that are like, I'd say millennials are like somewhere between 31, I think they're between 31 and 46 the last time I checked. Years old. No, 31 and 45. And then Generation X starts at 46 until 61. But the millennials, a lot of millennials are, especially older millennials and younger Generation X, like me, are having medical problems after those coronavirus shots. Yeah. They're in myocarditis and all kinds of strange things happening with their heart. Some people got the shots, some people did not. I got all 3 Moderna shots. The Dean Machine, hi, how are you doing? I wonder if I have Dakula 1 airline _ pilot or no, I never worked in the entertainment industry. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to take some of this hot tea here. Clear my throat. There's allergies here. No, I lived in Los Angeles. I actually lived in the Hollywood Hills in the late 90s. I mean, not the late 90s, the late 1989-ish, 1989, up in Upper Beechwood Canyon, and the neighborhood in Los Angeles called Hollywoodland was a development. It's where the Hollywoodland sign that later became the Hollywood sign. They'll try to. I think there was something wrong with they lied about where the disease came from. It was a bioweapon. Who all's in here? Yes, I was circumcised. Why? All children that I know in Philadelphia were circumcised. I grew up in Philadelphia and Lubbock, Texas for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And then I went back to the East Coast and I lived in a suburb of Philadelphia called Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Cherry Hill Township, New Jersey. It's in southern New Jersey, if you know where it is. If you're from the area, you probably know where it is. I don't talk about, first, I got a lady friend, and I don't talk about whether or not I date any kind of ethnicity of woman. We don't talk about racial things here. It's because it doesn't matter to me. And it's my channel. Did you date a playmate? No, I did date a woman that was a doppelganger. That's a person that looks like a photocopy of someone else. I dated a Julia Roberts doppelganger that happened to be only 5'3". Okay. That was a long time ago. She had some issues, but she was kind of fun too, you know. And then we broke up, and then I found my current lady friend. That lady passed away. She passed away at a young age. I don't know if it was, I heard through the grapevine. She was a really nice woman. She just had some issues. Hope she's in heaven with Jesus right now. You're funny, but looks aren't everything. You sound like you were born in the late 60s or the 70s. You sound like a Generation X person that would say something like that. That's something I haven't heard since the 80s or when I was a little kid. In the late 70s, I remember that. Where is heaven? I'm not sure. I'd have to read the Bible. Okay. You're not fun, so you go. I do not have any, this is not a monetized channel. This is, my handle is at Hollywoodland21. My channel name is Hollywoodland22. And the only things, I do have moderators, they will be in here so shortly. Sometimes they forget. That's cool. They're not getting paid or anything. Not now. Not yet. This is a non-monetized channel until I get to somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 followers, which will happen soon. My goal is to get, I have 900, I think it's 988 subscribers here on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name here is Hollywoodland22. My handle is at Hollywoodland21. You go to either one of those and hit the subscribe button, and that means I need 13 more subscriptions, which are free, and only you can give me subscriptions. And I will have 1,001 subscribers. And my life changes after 1,000 subscribers. I don't know how, but I have no idea how. Somehow. Let me drink some hot tea here. The allergies here in the Carolinas are really, really bad. I'm trying to get my voice to go back to this. Okay, I have to talk real loud like this and get my voice back. Like I'm a radio announcer. But I don't usually talk like that. I usually talk like this. I've been in direct sales most of my life. I sold aluminum siding, vinyl siding for homes, roofing material, tools, construction tools, and double pane windows, discount ones, like a competitor to Anderson, and also men's clothing, high-end, and women's high-end shoes and handbags and accessories. I've been in retail management. Let's see, I've worked in the hotel and tourism business as a waiter and a bartender. And I've even worked in the nightclub business, but mostly direct sales. I've made cold calls. I was the cold call guy. I liked working on just straight commissions. I like that. It's like, it's a risk. You have to have money in the bank to make sure your bills are paid. And then when you make a commission, you put some back in a fund for a rainy day to draw on. It's your draw. You never know when you're going to have a bad month, but I never really had a bad month. I had a weak month, but not a bad month. In the wintertime, we used to make more money selling aluminum and vinyl siding. In Los Angeles, California, on the telephone, it was wonderful. They had some really good leads on the list for me. Let me check this out. Yeah. Well, she's passed away. She's with Jesus right now. Her name was Megan. I met her in the Pico Robertson neighborhood of Los Angeles on South Robertson Street, just south of Pico, on Robertson Boulevard. She lived in an apartment there. I think she had, well, I won't talk about what she had. I think it's really sad when someone dies that early. I'm like 49 years old or something like that. I had not seen her for a while, but I heard through the grapevine. Currently not married, but I've had a lady friend for 18 years. Another one earlier in my life for 5 years, but I screwed that one up. Of course, drugs, alcohol, things like that. She was a good woman too. Her name was Kimberly. She was a really nice lady. Derek Dumbass said hi. Are we Michael O'Keefe? No. Heaven, I'm not sure where heaven is. You'd have to look in the Bible. I'm a baby Christian. Queen Torax, dear God, lift my friend to you today. Please surround them with your love. Give them the strength when they feel weak, the peace when life feels overwhelming. Help them see their worth. Amen. Thank you very much. I needed that. This has been a rough week for me, and this is going to be another rough week for me because you know that I'm scared of this surgery. I don't like general anesthesia. I don't like to be put out, even if it's for just 30 or 40 minutes. I really don't like it. I'm not into it. Paradise Camp Survivor. I remember that fire. I was living in Van Nuys, California, West Van Nuys, California, near the airport. where the Lear jets are. I was there that year, and your town burned down. The wildfire was electrical line falling down because the power lines aren't being taken care of. A lot of those fires are caused by problems with the transformers or lightning strikes. You know, those kind of trees out there, those Douglas firs and sequoias and things like that, and redwoods, they light right up. And in the Appalachian Mountains on the East Coast, like in the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Smoky Mountains up at the higher elevations, those are all pine trees and they light up too. And it's hard to get helicopters up there. But in California, you have a lot of pine trees out there. I personally would not have lived in paradise, like retired up there when I get older. I thought about, well, one day I'm going to get old and I'm going to want to retire, right? I wouldn't live up there. I would live out in, if I was going to live in California, I would live in Yuba City, like in a house like with a cornfield next door. I wouldn't live in the mountains. I would just go traveling up in the mountains. Like Wrightswood down there near San Bernardino County, that place is always having mudslides and fires in the mudslides. Mr. Steele, your nan. You remind me of a hitman target, really. Is that a direct threat, Tiers 4102? Because I'm armed, just to let you know. Why are people being so rude? Because they can. The social media is the last frontier for bad behavior. They did it on the message boards when I was a little kid, and in my high school years and early adulthood on the message boards. Remember on Yahoo and all that stuff, the little message boards, there was all kinds of racial bigotry and anti-Semitism and all kinds of other things, saying horrible things about women and all. There was horrible stuff. They were completely anonymous, just like this chat right here. And there's a lot of people, they can just, until I'll get my, DeCoola will be here soon. Or Jerry. Well, they're the ones that are not gonna, it's not gonna turn out good for them, because I have my pulse, I have my finger, excuse me, I misspoke. I have my thumb on the pulse of the culture in this country, and the culture is going back to laughing with people and not laughing at people, not going nah, 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 all that stuff, and lying, and laughing because you confuse somebody. That's bullshit. And that was something that came around, that negative crap came around the same time Obama was elected. It's not Obama's fault. I'm just saying that around the event of these smartphones, it happened before 51% of the people had smartphones in the United States, which was in 2013. It was happening before that, like in 2011, 12. I saw it, and there were people smirking at people, giggling, laughing at others, young people making fun of senior citizens, and all kinds of just low-class garbage behavior. And it's gotten worse, but it got worse from about 2011-ish, I noticed, in Los Angeles, about 2 years into the Obama administration. And then it got, God, my hair is just so, there we go. It got, I'm so silly. And then it got, and then it got worse every year. And somewhere after the coronavirus debacle, I noticed that somewhere around the second year of Biden being the president, like right in the middle of the Biden presidency, people started not thinking that being a dick was cool. Being a dick is never cool. If you're a guy and you're a dick, you are what you eat. That makes you a fucking dick. It means you eat dick, okay, or whatever. And that was cool from about 2011, hip, slick, and cool amongst younger people. It's not cool anymore. Look at how, if you watch how the live streamers are that are young adults, like 18 to about 28, they're not acting like that anymore. It's mostly a millennial thing. Yeah, it is. Thinking it's funny to lie or get in a group of people and lie to an individual and then laugh at him because you misled him. This is it, shamelessly, and have no shame. Guys that ask women to pay for dates and all that kind of backwards ass shit. It happened and now it's over with. It started getting unpopular about halfway through the Biden administration, and it's really unpopular now. These younger guys are acting more like, well, this generation that's coming up, the younger generation Y and whatever's after that alpha, I don't know. They're little kids now. I don't know how they're going to turn out. But the younger generation Y, basically, Generation Y is Generation X's kids. The millennials are the boomers' kids. The boomers' kids think it's funny to lie to people and not show up for work and not work while you're at work and all this other bullshit and jack me up stuff. Okay. My generation, Generation X, our children do not act like that. Largely do not act like that. You'll see a change in the culture. You're going to see television come back. You're going to see movies come back. You're going to see people investing in action movies. It's going to be similar to the late 80s and 90s, the culture, the 80s and 90s, but with a twist. Yeah, in popular culture, you'll see it. You're seeing more people go back to church and synagogue. Have you noticed? I have no moderators in here, so I'm going to get a lot of trolls. What the fuck are you talking about? Get out of here. Goodbye. The culture is changing. Now, millennials are millennials, and Generation Y is something else. Millennials are born between like 1981 and 1996. Generation Y is 1997 till something, and then there's some, I don't know what the little kids are. But Generation Y is different. Maybe you live in the South and nothing ever changed and you're in a small town. But if you lived in the Northeast or the Midwest or out on the West Coast, you definitely, if you're over the age of 40 when that happened, around 2011 or 12, you saw the change in the culture in the bigger cities. And it was not good. It was not good at all. And you got people that actually are being taught in the schools and being like pro-communists and stuff. No, that's going away. If you don't know about that, then, oh, well, you'll see. I think it's really hot in here. Let's check out the air conditioner. No wonder it's so hot in here. Somebody has it really hot in here. Okay, I think I'm going to change that down to 74. Just wondering why I was melting in here. I'm actually kind of upset about it. I don't know why somebody would do that. Hi, Randy DeCula One. I needed you. We had some a-holes in here. Okay. Sometimes I talk with using my hands occasionally. I grew up around a lot of the Italians that talk like that, and Southern Europeans are like that. Chip Broadhead, 4445. Hello from Poland, Kembojasko, 3614. Let's see who else is in here. Are you vacuuming, Julie?
Yeah, I was cleaning the bedroom.
Yeah, because, okay, I couldn't hear.
It was a disaster. It was weird.
What, the floor?
Your side, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for letting everyone know that. I didn't see anything wrong with my side.
It's just from where it was raining, and it was raining tomorrow.
Hold on. Sorry, I had to go clean something. Thank you, Alec Mack. I don't know what that's about. I don't talk about my political party here. I mean, I'll talk about politics, but I don't talk about the party that I vote for. It just causes problems, so that's why I don't talk about it. It's no big deal to me. I'm doing pretty good. Lexish Hurtenlieb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good today. A little bit nervous about the surgery coming up. Trying to get up to speed with all these. I'm 19 years sober. Linda Mack, 1900. You're smart and truthful. I do my best. I tell the truth. I don't believe in this my truth and your truth. These are either are or they are not. Things are either are zero, they don't exist, or they're one, they exist. They either are or not. There's true and false. Just get it? I don't know why people say my truth. No, it's not your truth. It's your opinion or my opinion. I don't get that. Generation Z is more performant. Yeah, I think they're called Generation Z. I skipped a generation. Generation Y is after the millennials. They were started to get born in 1997 and for 3 years up to about 2010. And then after that is Generation Z. Generation Z, I don't know, they're children. So I don't know. I'm not a school teacher. At abstract_machine, Generation Z is more performative. They have a strong yearning for nostalgia they never had. I noticed a lot of people that are young adults, maybe between the ages of like 18 to 28, in that range. They seem to like a lot of 80s music, late 70s, 80s, and early 90s music. They like it a lot, or even all of 90s music. I listen to a lot of, well, some 80s music and a lot of 90s music. Yes, it is. It's just another name for Generation X, Generation Y. Yes, it is. Abstract_machine. Now I remember it. It is just another name for millennials. I'm not saying all millennials act like that, like I described. I'm just saying like about half of them do, and I've noticed it. It's worse in the big cities, and it's in the United States. I don't know about other countries. Elvis Presley's twin brother. Young people are Marxists. I'd say maybe about actual Marxists, Well, in this country, I think it's a smaller percentage than you think of a certain age bracket between like 31 and 45, and that age bracket, which is millennials. I would have to say probably about 20%, maybe 25% are like borderline Marxists or Marxists, and they were taught that in the universities. Some places like Harvard, and I mean just at the cheap schools, like in the state schools and stuff, not just the Ivy League schools. It was done on purpose. Most teachers are socialists. Yeah. There's a difference between socialists and communists. Communism has never been realized. It's boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, millennials, Generation Z, and Generation Alpha. You are correct. At abstract_machine. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dakula. At Dakula1 is a wonderful moderator. And at Dakula1, do you have a channel and do you live stream? That's what I want to know from at Dakula1. Do you live stream? Lisa Cairns. Oh, you have Generation X, Generation Z, and Alpha. Jeannie Newbeck, 9973 said hi. Timothy Russell, 1179 said hi, Julie. Hi, Julie. Miss Newman. Lisa Carnes said hi. Hi there. Italians have a long history of talking with gestures. It goes back to Rome, called chiromania. Now, I'm not Italian, but I grew up around a lot of Italians in Philadelphia. Well, Irish, Italian, and Jewish folks in Philadelphia, and also in South Jersey and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And I do know that Italians talk with their hands. I picked it up from them, just in the community. I don't talk with my hands as much as I used to. It's probably because I have bipolar disorder and I'm just all over the place with my hands. Wow, you guys have children of all ages. Some of them are older and living in the house. I hope everybody's helping pay the bills. So I'm a nationalist. No, I don't talk about my politics. I'm a political centrist is what I am. Make Kamala sober again. You know, I noticed that Kamala Harris was intoxicated on live national television 2 times, and one on videotape television. It seemed like on a Oprah Winfrey television program. Intoxicated on something. I don't know what she was intoxicated on. She passed away at 54 from alcoholism. My condolences, Lisa Cairns. I decided when I was 40 years old that I wanted to stop and live. California sucks, soft on crime statistics. It used to be great, like in 1989 through 2023. How many years is that? 1989, that's 11. What's 11 and 26? 11 and 26 is I need a pen for that. I can't do math in my head. 11 and 26. What is that? Somebody add for me. Are you from Italy or are you from like New Jersey someplace? At 1 Gia 11. Bipolar 2 and still alive. We got this, buddy. 1 and 2. I was diagnosed at the Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a commonwealth, not a state, but it functions as a state. This is my natural hair color. Now it is dyed, but I had to get the gray off the side because I wanted to. I decided to get the gray off, but this is my natural color. It's dark brown with a red undertone to it. It's always been that way. None of your children really drink alcohol. That's good. That's good. Rep, y'all. I'm bipolar 1. Livy Lucifer. I would have wished bipolar disorder, which it used to be known as manic depressive illness. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I wouldn't. Sometimes we change clothes. Did you know that? I'll be wearing one set of clothes, and then I'll wear something else. Soviet Soldier 2003 said, hi, welcome in. Andrea Myth, 5521, dippity-doo. Either is 15 or 37. Depends on plus or minus. I got to get a pen. One. We're going to figure this out once and for all. Write it on a tissue paper. We're going to see if a tissue paper works. We're going to find this out, okay? 11 plus 23. Okay, because I left in 2023. So that's 4. That's 34 minus 3 years I lived in Washington State. I went up to Bellevue, Washington. I lived in Bellevue, Washington for, let's see, like 3 years. So 31 years in Los Angeles and 3 years in Bellevue, Washington, across the floating bridge from Seattle. America's favorite town, Seattle. I wonder if I'm going to have to get a haircut soon. What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to mess it all up. I just washed it too. There it is. Comes out. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It used to be like really long. Ask anybody, they'll tell you. I still want to lose another. Man, my jaw's going to be like, you'll see. It's going to be really super square if it isn't already. Not even any of this fat's going to be there. 170, when you get down to 155, another 15 pounds, you'll see be really thin out. Yeah, I do get the feeling I'm being watched. That's okay. That's fine. Dippity-doo. I know about that stuff. Girls used to use that stuff. It's too light, hon. Think it's too light? I think so. I'm going to turn off the lights a little bit. You like it when it's dark like this? I like it when it's light like this. Borderline personality disorder, that is a different, I have a second diagnosis too. I was secondly diagnosed. The first is bipolar 1 disorder. I used to take lithium carbonate, things like that. They have other medications for that. I do not have any schizophrenia. I don't hear anything or see anything that isn't there. So thank God I wasn't damaged by that. There are people that have that. Not everybody that has schizophrenia is a dangerous person. I want you to know that. Some of them are pretty interesting. They got some people with low IQs that have mental illnesses, and they have people with high IQs that have mental illnesses. My IQ is 128. I think that I'm talking to a few people on TikTok that have mental illnesses that have IQs in the 130s or possibly borderline genius. Some of these people. They're very smart. One of them, a couple of them, I feel for. I wish I could be of more help to them. But I'm in one state, and you got one person in one state that's maybe about a 2-hour airplane flight from me, and there's another person that lives maybe about in the other direction, a 2-hour plane flight from me. And both of these people have some type of untreated mental illness, and I wish I could probably help them if they came up on screen and stuff. I could talk to them, or if they called me or direct messaged me, I could give them some really good advice. But I'll tell you one thing: if you have some type of a mental illness, a biochemical problem, or whatever they call it, some kind of a I don't even know if the doctors don't even know if it's biochemical. There's a lot of disinformation and misinformation, incorrect information on the internet. I'm gonna have to look into it more. But there's people that have untreated and treated bipolar disorder and schizophrenia and schizoaffective, which is when you mix manic depressive with schizophrenia. That's really something else. Those people tend to be pathological liars. I learned a lot about this from my psychiatrist of 21 years. She was the head of the biggest mental hospital in Kyiv, Ukraine, before she moved here around 1990 or 1991. She moved to California. And that was my doctor. And I've talked to neuropsychologists that have given me a regression therapy so that I could go back with hypnosis and stuff and go back in time and undo a lot of the trauma that was caused to me by being sexually assaulted at the age of, I think it was 11. Yeah. So I manage that trauma now. I don't have that so much. When I was real young, I lived as part of my childhood, I lived in some rough areas. Well, that's okay. I don't want anyone to pity me. I mean, bad things happen to sinners like me. People run around thinking they're good. We're all evil to a certain degree. We all are guilty. We're all sinners. And I'm not saying we're all evil. I'll take that back. We're all sinners, and all of us are guilty of committing sin, which is evil. God is good. God is gracious. God is good. God, we thank you for our food. Amen. I learned that in nursery school. That was what we had to say before we ate our snack. I remember that. That's a Protestant Christian prayer before you eat your food. God is good. I had to ask Jesus who paid for the sins that I cannot possibly pay for all of my life, so that I can have eternal life in heaven with him. Yeah, I had to do that. It's getting very real. Of course, you start thinking about this stuff right before surgery and stuff like that. Everybody does. Everybody thinks you're such a tough guy. And you even got women that think they're a tough guy and they're not even a guy. It's just, you start losing ego. You start having real self-confidence, and because you have Jesus on your side. And then you start losing your ego. Ego stands for edging God out. It does. It really does, folks. 33 people in here. God forgives all of our sins. Yes, God changes even the ones in the darkest corners and turns them into saints. 999 soul rebel. That is correct. Brother, we are all sinners. We all have time in this world to be who we want it to be. Yes, sinners saved by grace. Holly tree witchcraft. Maybe coerced or lied to. Possibly. Sexual assault is awful. Truly feel for you. Empathize with you. Thank you. Oh, it's acknowledgement. Okay, I understand. My bad. At 1Gia11. Lisa Carnes. Thank you. Psychological fields are all pseudoscience. Not all of them. No, they're not. But what psychology is? Psychology is psychiatry is a psychiatrist is a medical doctor. A psychologist, I don't know about psychology. I was helped by a psychologist, a neuropsychologist that understands the brain. He was a medical, he studied the brain and he got a doctorate. And he also worked with children mostly, but he did work with adults dealing with sexual assault when they were children. And he worked with me as an adult, and his therapy that I worked real hard with did help me. Lawyers and doctors, law and medicine, that's a practice. Engineering is a science. It's different. They know more about. Mathematics is the only finite science. Then there's physics, chemistry, engineering. When you get to biology and things like medicine, medicine is a practice. They don't know everything about the human body, but they're trying. And psychiatry, diagnosing someone is an art form. Not everyone can do it. And that's why you do not have that many people that are just naturally good at diagnosing somebody. There is a list of things to look for that a psychiatrist is looking for when they are properly diagnosing someone with a mood disorder or a schizoid disorder or I think it's called a sotoform disorder or an anxiety disorder or a depressive disorder, different disorders. And there's certain criteria that they're looking for. There's certain behaviors and there's certain patterns. They need to see you maybe about anywhere from 1 week to 2 weeks before they can make a diagnosis. And they give it their best shot. And then they get you on a cocktail of medications if necessary, or they help you with one-on-one therapy in conjunction with group therapy. So it does good. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Also, with people that have psychiatric illnesses and psychological illnesses, talking with a psychiatrist and or psychologist or both, and also going and not using alcohol, not using any weed or dangerous controlled substances like street rugs and things like that. And also maybe going and seeing a holy man, like a priest or a rabbi or a pastor or something like that, and getting some guidance from them could really help people that have psychiatric and or psychological issues, elements, I would say. I think some psychological ailments are of a spiritual nature. I think that some of it is a broken brain. There might be people that have some wiring in their brain. Maybe there are not signals that are being sent through the nervous system from one synapse through one end of the nerve, through the synapse into the receptor on the other side. And they're not hitting the receptor. And it's making people like not be able to control their moods. There's actually a science to it. They've actually done a lot of research on that with hundreds and hundreds of thousands and probably millions of people to come up with some the correct things to look out for when diagnosing someone with a mental illness, and also with managing the mental illness. There is currently no cure for any mental illnesses that I'm aware of. No cure, but they can be managed so that you, with medication and therapy with professional people, which there's not a lot of. That's why there's a lot of people that are not being taken care of properly. There's a lot of psychologists that don't know what they're doing. Or they're pill mills. They're like these people that just, you go in there, they're a county place, and Medicaid's paying for it for poor people and stuff like that. You go in, they just throw you pills and throw you right out the door. You go to California and they're going to help you. You go to New York City, they're going to help you. Go to the bigger cities and you can really get some help. If you're in the South, forget it. Or if you're in a small town in the middle of nowhere, forget it. You have to find a really good doctor. Just like you don't want a doctor, you want a good doctor. You don't want a good, just a psychiatrist. You want a good psychiatrist. You want a good referral. You want to get second opinions. You want to, you don't want a lawyer. You want a good lawyer. Those are practices. Right? I'm a problem solver. I don't want to just make comments, snide comments, and say, it's pseudoscience. Well, what's your solution then? If you're a person, you might be a person that's not about solutions. You've already made up in your own mind what you believe it is. There's a lot of things that I don't know. There's so many things I don't know. It's unbelievable. What about you? You know, one thing I know that I bet you don't know how to do, I know how to break down a Slurpee machine in 7-Eleven, clean it out, and refill it and make it work. Because when I was a young guy, when I was like 15 years old, I worked at a 7-Eleven. Goodbye. Anyway, Scotland. My mother was from Glasgow. I'd like to go there sometime. Thank you. Thank you, Decula One. I really appreciate it. Edinburgh, Lisa. I'd like to go to Edinburgh too. I want to go to Ireland and Northern Ireland, and I want to go to Scotland. I want to go to Manchester and Birmingham and Liverpool and all these places. That's where I want to go. It's on my bucket list. Another productive day at Brewball. Hi. I got a question for you at Brewball. When people want to go to my channel and they want to subscribe, I need people to subscribe to my channel. And my channel name is Hollywoodland22 and my avatar, I believe that's my picture. Instead of me, I have an avatar. Is that correct? The correct word for it? If somebody could let me know. It's an orange uppercase H with a black background, right? My handle, not my channel name, which is Hollywoodland22, but my handle is at Hollywoodland21. That's the only one I could get. Can people go to at Hollywoodland21 and find my channel and press something and then subscribe? Is that the best way to do it? Or should they go to Hollywoodland22? What do you guys say and ladies say? Lisa Carnes, at Hollywoodland21 is your channel name. Okay, so I have my channel name as Hollywoodland22. Can I change that to Hollywoodland21? Or am I stuck with that now? What do you call that when I have my avatar and it says Hollywoodland22? Did I do that wrong to begin with? Oh, that's called my profile pic, right? They wouldn't let me just have Hollywoodland. And I tried to have Hollywoodland 20. You know what? I didn't. Lisa, look at his bio. My bio doesn't say anything. It says 21. Should be able to change it. Oh, should I change it? Should I change my, what you say, where it says my avatar, Cork, Ireland? That's another place I want to go. My Tequila wine. If my profile pic is the orange uppercase cursive H with a black background and it says Hollywoodland22, if that's my profile pic, even the word, then underneath it says at Hollywoodland21. Where do people go? See, I pressed on my channel and it comes right to you can subscribe for it. So what's the difference, you know? Lisa Karn says, oops, I stand corrected, Hollywoodland22. My bad. What does that mean? Does that mean that people can go to Hollywoodland22 and find the subscribe button? Tomo Carm. And yes, if someone searches that, then they should come straight to you. Searches and comes to what? Comes to Hollywoodland22 or at Hollywoodland21? Which one? You can, Tomo Carm said you could probably copy the link in your profile and send. Okay. The way it worked out is the only handle I could come up with is at Hollywoodland21. Somebody had taken 22. Easy to change in YouTube settings. Okay. You can change it 2 times every 2 weeks. Your handle name isn't really used by anyone. It's used to be used in the chats, but YouTube switched it to only your channel name now. Oh, YouTube switched it to only your channel name now. Okay. And once my face is all over YouTube now, so when people just look really fast, they look at my face, they see an orange H, they see a black background. This is obviously me. I'm Randall. That's my name. I will be back in 2 minutes. Don't touch that dial.
I don't know. Maybe it's just there's some stuff.
Yeah, I need you to find that out. Yeah, I decided to change my shirt. That shirt was a little bit too hot. It was the material. Yeah, it was the material. I'm going to try to boost this up a little bit. Let me see if I can boost this up. Hi. Remember me? No, this doesn't go here. It's a good book. Deliverance. Remember the movie? Let's see if this works. Is that better? So you can see me now. I like solid colors better. Welcome to Hollywoodland22. We talk about everything on this channel. I'm going through a lot this week. I might decide to tell you what it's about. It's about the surgery, but it's also about a couple other things too. Yes, it is. I'm in the dark. No idea. I'm perplexed. Some individuals, maybe it's just a misunderstanding or it could be a misunderstanding on my end. I'm wrong. I tend to be wrong sometimes. A lot of the time. I got to slip this in. You know what? I have absolutely no idea what's going on. But you know what? I think I know what Gwen's problem is. I think that Gwen across the street really needs to just get laid. I bet that would solve Gwen's behavioral problems. Don't you? Yeah, Gwen needs to get laid. Then all of a sudden she'd be so nice, wouldn't she? Women are sometimes women just like discombobulate me. I'm just like, what the fuck are they doing? What are they talking about? Thank you, Decula One. Lord, I plead the blood of Jesus over our host. May you be surrounded by angels, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Thank you, Lisa Cairns. Thank you very much. I needed that prayer. Currently, 12:32 a.m. in the UK, so I have to love and leave you. Okay, I'll be back. I'm on Eastern Standard Time in the United States. That's New York City time, even though I'm in North Carolina, the state of North Carolina. But I am on Thursday. I live stream on YouTube, Hollywoodland22, on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 6 p.m. until whenever. I don't know. Do you know? I'm not sure. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate Lisa Cairns. Thank you at Decula One for helping me and for telling me good luck for my surgery. Do I shave my face every day? Yes, I do. Well, not every day. Sometimes I let it go when I'm not around, but I usually shave it. I'm very white. When I was out in California, I was kind of a little bit darker, but I have like British skin. Mixed with German skin. Jason Voorhees. No, I am not Jason Voorhees. No. That's fucking Michael Myers, and I'm not, and that's not who I am. I don't ever want to meet that guy. Oh, you're at Latita. Latita Stoll, 9686. You're in North Carolina. Well, you're in the Charlotte area. I'm in between Charlotte and Raleigh, halfway in between. You probably know where I am, but I won't name the town. I moved here 2 years and 9.5 months ago from Los Angeles, California, where I had lived for 31 years. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Southern New Jersey and Cherry Hill, New Jersey, back in the 70s and 80s. Time for you to go. Okay, get some sleep in Scotland. I wouldn't mind being in Scotland. I could hang out there for about 6 months, man. North Fork, California. I wonder where that is. New Zealand. Thank you. Thank you. April Triggs, 2737. Thank you. I hope my surgery goes well too. I'm from WS. I'm a native here at Latita. Oh, Winston-Salem. I know where that is. I've been through there. I've been through Gainesville. I've been to Raleigh. I actually like Raleigh more than Charlotte. Charlotte has some crime problems and some fraud problems and some ATM fraud and people putting skimmers in the gas pumps and stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on in Charlotte and over in the suburbs over in even South Carolina and West Gastonia and all these places. There's a lot of property crime. There's a lot of violent crime. There's a lot of stuff going on. Raleigh's safer. Raleigh's a different kind of place. April Triggs. Thanks for coming in. Bang some lassies. You were right in the middle of it back east and LA. Yeah, I remember back east, I remember LA, and I remember East LA. I went there one time and I had some really good Mexican food. Oh, it's the exact dead center of California, which is let me look at this. Did you say North Fork? We see your name at name dash Hollywoodland22. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. You guys are great. You guys are fantastic. The last time I looked, I had 988 subscribers, and by the end of Sunday at 11:59, and I might come on a little bit later. Okay, but I gotta have to wake up real early tomorrow. I gotta wake up at like 5:30 in the morning tomorrow, so I can't stay up. I gotta go to bed early. So I'm hoping that I can get from 987 or 988 subscribers, something like that. I need like about 14 or 15 more subscribers, and I will be over 1,000. And then my next goal after that will be to get to 3,000 subscribers as fast as possible. No, I'll change my mind. I want to go from 1,000 and really fast get up to 5,000 subscribers. This is like, I'm going to have a subscriber stream. I'm going to come on like just in the middle of the day. You know, if I have time, like I'll pick, there's going to be, it might be this week. I don't think so, but it might be the week after my surgery because I might be laid up here, and I'm just going to ask people to subscribe to my channel. It's free to subscribe. I am not charging for any subscriptions. I don't even know if you could do that on YouTube. You might be able to, but I don't really need the money. But if I can get up to 10,000 subscriptions, then yes, I will monetize. I don't think I'll ever charge for a subscription, but yeah, I could make a passive income out of this. I would take the money, even though I don't really need it. If it's real money, I mean, if I could figure out a way to make, you know, gross, if I could figure out a way to, I don't know, what would be nice? Just like a couple hours of my time, maybe an hour of my time. $4 days a week, that's 4 hours. if I could figure out a way at a certain subscriber level, if I got to a certain subscribers and I could figure out a way within the next year of maybe 5 hours in a week and throw and gross, I don't know, $500 a week, come home with about $425 a week. Just give it to, just throw it in the bank for whatever. Because I'm not going to spend enormous time. I got other things to do. I earn bread otherwise. If I would subscribe to my own channel if I could, but yeah, if I could figure out a way to gross $500 a week on YouTube, I would take passive income. I think anybody would. I mean, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not rich, but I'm not poor. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us are upper middle income, and lower middle income. We're not poor, but we're not rich. And, there is inflation and stuff like that. And when you're getting older, when you're over 45, you have to think about maybe one day I'll be 65 and I might want to have, and you might live to be 95 years old. And what are you going to do? That's 30 more years past 65. I'm not anywhere near 65, but could you imagine living to 95 years old? Where are you going to live? You're going to live on a Social Security check and some of the investments that you made. Maybe you have some stock, or you bought U.S. savings bonds or something. Can you imagine? There's people that live longer than they think they're going to live, and they end up being like 95 years old, 90 years old, and they're like, oh my God, I'm running out of money. You don't want that to happen. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the least expensive place to live in the country that has, I don't care if it's cold either, not too cold. Like I'm thinking about going to Missouri. So if I plan on living to be 103 years old, I don't know if I'm going to make it, but if I want to live to be 103 years old, why not live in the middle of Missouri someplace, like in Columbia, Missouri, someplace halfway in between like Kansas City and St. Louis. I found out what the cost of a home there is. You get like a nice little brick home with a basement for tornadoes, and just live there and enjoy my life and not pay $500,000 for a house. I'm not doing that. I'm not paying $350,000 for a condo. I don't know about you people, but I am not going to pay for a condominium $300,000. No way. I don't care. I don't care if I put $5 million in the bank. I'm not paying that for a condominium with some homeowners association, with somebody complaining about something all the time. Forget that noise. Would you do that? Some people would. Missouri is nice and it's a low cost living. That's why I like Missouri. I've always liked Missouri. Every time I go through it and I stay for like a week or something like that, I don't like inner city St. Louis that much, but I do like the suburbs of St. Louis. I like the suburbs on the Illinois side too. I also like Branson. I like Columbia, and I like Independence, Missouri. I like that area. And I like Kansas City, Kansas is really nice too. And what's that other town over there? Oath, Kansas. Those are really nice places. And I like it out. I like it, not in the South, but I like it out in the Midwest, like going in the Western, going towards the Great Plains. I like open land like that. I like it a lot. The other place that I might move is in Central Florida, to Orlando, Florida area, because they have a lot of the things that I need there to earn money. I can earn money in sales, but I also can work in the tourism industry. So we're going to see where we're going to end up and when we're going to go there. I have to have some kind of a medical group there, like, just doctors and an emergency room and things like that. Some basic things. I don't want to live out in the middle of absolute nowhere, after the age of 45. I don't want to live like the boondocks. Some people want to live like that. That's fine. You can. But I am trying to live to be 103, okay? RoboCop. A guy went to the priest and said, "Father, I am constantly hearing a voice telling me what to do. Am I possessed?" He said, "No, son, you are married." I'm not married, but I have talked to married people about things like that. How about outside the U.S.? No, I would never live outside the United States. I would not live in New Zealand if I could afford it. I would never live in Cuba. I would never live in South America. I thought once about living, but you know what? I'm not going to live in Uruguay. Uruguay and Chile are very nice places, but I'm not going to live there. In Paraguay, I'm not going to live there. It's not my country. There's plenty of places for me to live in my country. I know about tornadoes. I know about having a home with a basement. I know about that. No, I'm not gay. I am what I eat. What does that make me? It makes me a pussy. That's right. No way would I pay $300 for a condo in Los Angeles. They have $500,000 one-bedroom condos. That's what you pay for year-round Mediterranean climate. It's like living in Sicily or Corsica or southern Italy or Greece. Just perfect spring weather. You pay for it. Maybe you can find a foreclosure out there. It's still, you're paying so much taxes, it's crazy. You have to be willing to pay the taxes to live. It's called a sunshine tax. Nice people in Missouri. The mountains are safer. Yeah, I would like to be within driving distance of the Ozark Mountains, yes. Like if I lived in the suburbs of Kansas City or the suburbs of St. Louis, I wouldn't live in Springfield. It's a little bit too small of a city for me, but live in one of those places and be able to get to the Ozark Mountains and be able to jump on an airplane and fly to someplace like Pensacola, Florida, to go to the beach in the summer if I feel like it. Yeah, because I like beaches and I like mountains. And it's not too far away. I got family in Florida, and it's not like me going all the way back out to the West Coast. That's like really too far away from most of my family. St. Louis in the city, I would not live there unless they really cleaned it up. But in the suburbs, I would. Yes, they have good hospitals there. And as you're getting older, you need good hospitals and good doctors. Yeah, I wouldn't live in inner city. I would live in inner city Kansas City. I've been through there. Cheapest and most beautiful places to live can be found in Teos and Santa Fe. I've been to both of those places. I used to live in Lubbock, Texas, in the 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. I moved out there from Philadelphia, and then I moved back to the East Coast of New Jersey when I was a kid because my parents split up. My mother used to work for Texas Tech University. We used to go to Rio Dosa and go skiing there. And we used to go to Teos. We used to go to a place called Rio Rancho and Albuquerque. I used to have a cousin that was going to school out there. It's a socialism tax. Yeah, it is a socialism tax. It's actually a sunshine socialism tax. I heard that Uruguay is nice. I heard that as a country. I heard that Ohio is nice. Parts of Ohio are better. I would not live in Toledo. I would not live in Cleveland. And I will not live in Dayton. But I would live in suburbs around it. Like Lorain is really nice. Sandusky's nice. Lorraine's nice. Shaker Heights is nice. Most of the suburbs outside of Cleveland are nice. Suburbs outside of Columbus are nice. Suburbs outside of Dayton and Cincinnati are really nice. Southern Illinois is really nice, especially out in the suburbs. Yeah, but around the suburban parts of Missouri, I'm thinking of. St. Louis is weird. St. Louis reminds me of a little itty bitty Philadelphia. Texas, I lived in Texas. Texas is like 5 different states. It depends on where you are. Like, I think Fort Worth is really nice. I think Austin is nice. I think the suburbs outside of Dallas There's just too many people there. I think the suburbs outside and the area in hill country in between San Antonio and Austin is beautiful. I do. And College Station around there. Texas Hill Country in between Austin and San Antonio. It's a beautiful area. And there's a certain amount of beauty to Central and West Texas too. Depends on what you like. Fort Worth is a great town too. I think it's better than Dallas. I really do. I would not live in Oklahoma. I would live in eastern Kansas, like an Oath or Kansas City, Kansas. I would live around there. I would live in Independence, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. I would live in suburbs outside of St. Louis. I would live in, if they had the doctors I'm looking for, I would live in Columbia. Some people in our house have like Hashimoto's disease. If you look that up in the, and you need an endocrinologist for that. Some people don't like Texas. Austin's a mix. It's like 5 different states. Yeah, it really is. This is 1 hour, 21 minutes I got here. That's a long time. It's Sunday. And guess what? I got to wake up real early tomorrow morning. Well, you know what we're going to do now? What do you guys want to talk about for real? Tell me. What do you guys really want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Want to talk about your little Fifi's getting hurt? Oh, I know all about that. Don't I? What, did you think I was perfect? I'll tell you what I'm not. There is a word. It's really important as far as I'm concerned. I'll get over there where you can hear me. You probably can hear me from over here since I'm so loud. But there is a word, there is a term that I think some people, I've heard somebody recently make there's a live streamer that made a live stream where they talked about, and they used the term narcissist. I know what a narcissist is. I dealt with one. And that person said that narcissists never change. No, they don't. You are absolutely correct. The live streamer that said that narcissists never change is 100% correct. The term narcissist is thrown around on this TikTok, and people try to make pretend that there's some kind of there's some kind of therapist or something. They're not. Most of these people that are paid as therapists have absolutely no idea. They're just diagnosing all these people as a narcissist. Most people just say the word narcissist, and they don't even know what it means. I have first-hand experience living in the same household with a narcissist. And I'm not going to tell you who it is. It's nobody I'm living with now. And I know how to look for the patterns and tell when someone's a narcissist. I know who is not a narcissist. For example, I am not one. I have bipolar 1 disorder. I've been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. They used to call it split personality. It's something that people do when they're trying to protect themselves emotionally and psychologically from childhood trauma. Most likely came from my sexual assault at the age of 11 and other things, which I'm not going to discuss because I don't discuss anything from my childhood or my family on here. But I know what a narcissist is. I'm not one. I know people that are. I have met one. I've lived in the household with one. I've met a few. I lived in Hollywood, California, in a big city. I've run into them occasionally. They're easy to deal with. I have a problem with liars. I don't like people that lie. I'm not a nice guy. I'm a fair guy. I'm fair. I do not derive any pleasure by hurting other people. I don't do that. I've been in some bar fights, but I'm not diabolical. I don't like to hurt other people. I'm a protector. I'm a person who's more of an empath. I have to watch and make sure that I'm not codependent, because some people don't want your help. If they say that they don't want my help, I will stop helping them. I will pray for them. Anyone, I've prayed for people that are all messed up that did not want my help. Pray for them, move on to the next person. Give it to Jesus. Sometimes people will fail you, but Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, our Lord and Savior, will never fail you. I can fail you. I'm imperfect. I got issues. My issues have issues. Do your issues have issues? Let's see who's in here. Look at all these people in here, 25 people in my chat. I need you folks to do me a really, really big favor. Could you hit the subscribe button? This is a non-monetized channel. I don't make any money for this. I don't. None. I don't make any money at all. I don't need the money. I give money, and I don't need money. Pay a lot. Well, I need money. I pay my bills and put money in the bank and stuff like that. We live in a money world. We live in a money system. Money has never made me happy. Never. It's made me comfortable, but it's never, ever made me happy. Has money ever made you happy? Maybe some of you. Jesus was perfect. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Holly. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for your help, Holly. You've been a real doll. I appreciate you. You had to learn not to get sucked into other people's problems. Yeah. Jerry, thank you. You just have to go no contact with a narcissist and don't engage with them. Yeah. I have not. Well, you know what? A couple of years ago, maybe about 3 years ago, I did run into a couple of narcissists on platforms, one on a YouTube platform, two on a YouTube platform, one on a TikTok platform. This was about anywhere from 2 to 4 years ago. Recently, I've not run into any narcissists. I've seen some people, most people that are normal, don't have any mental illnesses. And I have seen people, I've witnessed people, not necessarily people that I watch their live streams. Few people I've watched their live streams, I've seen them not have any mental illness symptoms, as if they're on their medication or they're doing well that day, and then watch them really start having some unmanaged mental illness, or some having some behaviors that tell me that they have some type of a mental illness. I don't know if it's a schizoid disorder or it's a like manic depressive disorder, like a mood disorder or something. Recently, I've seen probably about 3 different people have that type of thing, and it hurts because you know that most of the time they're not like that. But you just got to take people for how they are. You can't just be there and be codependent and be like, oh, I wish I could help them, blah 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 blah. I used to be like that, but you just go with the flow. But they people on TikTok, if you get to be buddies with them, or a parasocial relationship, or even if you develop a real friendship, if they're far away, like geographically, there's not much you can do for them except give them advice on, if they want it, on if they want advice on whatever platform you're on, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, or like that. But TikTok seems to be filled with a lot of people that have untreated mental illness. I've noticed that. So, and when you add alcohol or weed to it, sometimes it just makes it really bad. But you can't help somebody if they don't want to talk to you about it. Fix it. Everybody has their own life. It's sort of a free country, kind of. Everybody makes their own decisions. I made a decision to live when I was 40 and get chemicals and substances out of my life. And I've seen a lot of things clean and sober. Clean and sober, you see that there is a ton of people in the United States that have mental illnesses. It's really street drugs. It's street drugs, it's pills, it's marijuana, weed, it's alcohol. It's just, even weed, people think weed is safe. It's not. Vaping is not safe. Weed can destroy your cerebral cortex. By the time you're 60 years old, you're going to start not knowing what's going on around you. If you're like 40 years old now, or 45 years old, and you're smoking weed out, by the time you're 55, you're going to have a boatload of problems. I mean big problems. Cardiovascular, pulmonary, just mental. You're not going to remember anything. It's not good because it doesn't let you get proper sleep. When you smoke weed, it doesn't let you sleep properly. You think you are, but you're not really getting the REM sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep that you're supposed to be getting. I don't want people to think that I'm some kind of religious nutcase, because I'm not. I'm not a religious nutcase. I don't go to church all the time. I don't. I should go to church more often. I should go to these Narcotics Anonymous meetings and help out these young people locally where I live, in this town outside of Charlotte that I live in. I think they have a Narcotics Anonymous meeting around here. I do help people on this platform right here, YouTube. TikTok's really bad with the mental illness. You see it all the time. You see it with people that you don't watch regularly, and you also see grifters, people that don't really believe what they're talking about. You see people talking about tarot cards and Ouija boards and all kinds of weird, satanic stuff all the time. And there's all kinds of garbage on TikTok. It's like a big garbage pail. And then all of a sudden you'll meet somebody on TikTok that's just wonderful, just absolutely wonderful, educational, somebody that's a great artist or something like that. or they know how to build things, or they know how to fix cars, or they have interesting stories, or they have an IQ that's borderline genius. It's really, you just sit there like you're glued to them, listening to everything they say. You know, there's some real gems on TikTok, that particular platform, but a lot of it's garbage. YouTube is different. Let me think about it. And the next week, I'll try to explain how YouTube is different. I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper. I'm going to tell you how it's different, because it's important to know. Kick is a good platform for building a channel. Kick, capital K, I, capital C, capital K. Kick. Start a Kick platform. It's good for building a channel. It really is. And then tell all your people from TikTok to go over to Kick and have the same name. Just don't change your name. Just send your name. It's a good way to. What did I look like when I was younger? I was accused of being a pretty boy. Although I never really saw that. But I was accused of that. There's parents putting their kids on all kinds of medications and stuff. They're doping up the whole country. There's a lot of people taking medications for psychiatric illnesses that they don't even have. And there's a lot of people that are having problems with their thinking because meth or coke, but mostly meth, are smoking weed way too much, like every day or every other day, has caused problems in their cerebral cortex, and they're starting to hear things that aren't there. It causes that. I've talked to my psychiatrist about it. It causes that. It mimics the symptoms of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder if you smoke marijuana all the time. If you do speed, you can start having mood problems. It doesn't mean you have bipolar disorder. It means that it takes you about 3 years to detox off that meth stuff before you, I never did it, before you start stopping with your moods swinging all over the place. You have to stop it, and you have to stop the marijuana. You have to stop the weed. Adderall and weed, no bueno. It'll make you have symptoms. The weed will make you have symptoms like a schizophrenic does. It doesn't mean they can't go away. It doesn't mean you have schizophrenia. Or people that are schizophrenic, it can make them worse. Or if you do have bipolar disorder, it makes your mood disorder worse. And also, I miss coding and the songs and stuff on MySpace. I miss that too. Because this weed they have is grown indoors with high-powered lamps, and it has a much higher THC contents, and it will fry your brain. It's like the stuff out in Texas or California where people grow it in their backyards that are Mexican dirt weed. It's not that stuff. That's low THC level. It just gets you buzzed, and it's gone in a few hours. Yeah, when you drink alcohol or you smoke weed, it's hard to get the proper sleep. But when you don't get proper sleep, then you start having all kinds of psychiatric problems. You don't want to mess with your brain, do you? Some people don't care. Some people don't care if they die early. That's their decision. If they want to do that, I think it's sad, but you got to take care of yourself. I have to take care of me. I can help all I can help. Well, right now, I'm wondering if there's anybody that could help this lady. There's this lady. Her name is Gwen, and she has a really nasty mouth on her. She likes to call people names. And I think the solution to Gwen's problem is that Gwen needs to get laid. And then she's going to be all so nice. She's going to be such a sweet person. I don't know if Gwen has a husband or anything like that, but she really needs to get laid. So stop with that nasty mouth. Calling people names. Gwen should be ashamed of herself. You think that's stupid thoughts? You don't know who I'm talking about. You're funny looking. You're funny looking too. Fool. Mic on. $27 people in here. Is that all we got in here? How come we only got that many people in here? I wonder how tall I am. I wonder if I could touch the ceiling. Can you touch the ceiling? I can. You know why? I can touch the top of this. You know why I can do that? Because I'm 6'1" and I'm 6'2" with my shoes on. That's right. I can touch the top of this. Does that make me special? Are my special needs? My special needs. You know what's funny? When you meet different people, whether it's in real life or on TikTok, they know different sides of you. Some people know you really well. They know you, they really fucking know you. Like down in here. They know a different side of you. Did you know that? Goodbye. I embrace the haters. If you've got a problem with me, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't make pretend not give a fuck. I actually don't give a fuck if you have a problem with me. What other people think of me is really none of my business. You can troll in here all you want. I don't care. Be mean to me. If you're a guy and you're mean to me in a chat, I guarantee you would not be mean to me at 1 o'clock in the morning in a grocery store parking lot somewhere or a bar parking lot. Would you? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be mean to anybody in real life. You little bitch boy. Quack is whack. Never got into it. I heard it's whack. I don't know. I think some guy on television said that. Something about frying your brain on drugs. These youngsters have no filter and say dumb shit. Some people my age have no filter, really have no filter, and they say sarcastic things. And I know that they're my age, and they're just playing around because they can act foolish and stuff like that. And not all of them are nerds or dorks or anything like that. Some of these guys can actually street fight and stuff like that, but they also concurrently enjoy messing with people on the internet. They do on social media. The Generation X and boomers that say sarcastic things on here and troll, that's their form of entertainment. They would say something like that to me with beer muscles in a bar if I drank. But I stay out of those watering holes now. Why should I say the president's name? Come McCarm, the internet is full of pressed fools. Really? Num noms. Bro looks 30 and 60 at the same time. I'm nowhere near 60. And I'm actually nowhere near 30 either. That's odd. What's that supposed to mean? No, I'm not 70, dude. I'm nowhere near that. Why would you think I'm 70 or 60? I'm nowhere near those numbers. I'm much younger than that. What drugs you on? None. I got 19 years of sobriety. That's right. None. Since 2008. No, 2007. August 8th of 2007. Had the year wrong. And the Park Cienega Motel on La Brea in mid cities, Los Angeles neighborhood. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for pressing the subscribe button. This is a non-monetized channel. I do not get paid for this. I'm just here playing around. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. You people are something else. What time is it? Let's see. 8:19. Okay. We're going to make something. Throw this into the microwave. We're going to get a tea bag out. Tea bag in it. Yes, I went to Walmart. Oh my goodness. I know that the first thing that's going to happen when I get off of this, I'm going to go on TikTok and nobody's going to be going live. Well, nobody that I watch. I watch maybe on YouTube. I watch about 5 channels on a regular basis, and I watch. Let's see. Maybe about TikTok, I watch about 4 channels on a maybe 5 channels on a regular basis, and a lot of them are not on. A lot of the channels I watch are during the late afternoon. Okay, so they're not. They don't go live, or they go live when I go live, or something like that. So it's just TikTok is becoming less entertaining for me. Because my favorite live streamers are always going on at times when I'm not available. Like one thing is like I used to. There was a time when I had the free time during the coronavirus for about a couple months when I started staying up late at night, and I was watching people. And recently too, like I would stay up late at night when I'm not supposed to, and then have to get up at 6 o'clock and only get like 4 hours of sleep, or something like that. And I would watch people in the middle of the morning, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and times like that. But I have to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I have a full day, and I can't watch people in the middle of the morning. I can't watch people at 12 o'clock midnight through about like 6 in the morning. I can't, those are times that's a dead space for me. I can't watch anyone at that time. And there's some pretty cool streamers that come on that time, but that's their schedule, you know. Or they have no schedule. Because they maybe have the freedom to go on whenever they want to. I don't have that because I have a lot. I just have different kinds of responsibilities. I'm not saying that people that go on at night don't have responsibilities during the day, but I just can't do it. I don't have the, you know, I have a manic depressive illness, and I have to go to bed at the latest by midnight. I really should not be up. If you see me up after midnight, I'm screwing up. Okay, I can't stay up that late, and I really should be going to bed about 11 o'clock and waking up at 6. I have to wake up by 7 o'clock latest because I got stuff to do, and it's just the way it is. I'm going to have to get a better life than this. Let's put this back. Let's see what this is. No, I'm going to do about this. I'm all the way over here now. Now, I'm going to come in. I'm going to see you. Thank you for coming into Hollywoodland22 on YouTube. And thank you for hitting the like and the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. It's been fun. Oh, here we go. Looks like everybody else is on now, so I'm losing viewership. Channel now. Hot tea. I may or may not come on later. I don't think so. I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Let's see. 1 hour and 53 minutes. That's enough. Sometimes, I don't know who has an easier time running a channel, a woman or a man. What do you think? What do you guys think? Thank you. Congratulations. Quick, somebody find something to talk about. Let's talk about how people that say nasty things under their breath while people are walking away really need to get laid. Like Gwen, for example. Yes. Especially when people have been real nice to Gwen. What's this? Night, everybody. That's right. Tomocarm, woman, intro projection. Do it, Gwen. She might like it. Gwen likes to talk garbage and say nasty things to people when they're walking away that actually previously had done a lot of good things for them. And Gwen really needs to get laid. She does. It'll solve so many problems for her. She'll be so nice. I know. I've seen things like this happen before. She'll forget all about calling people names underneath her breath. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's fucking social media is something else, isn't it? No, I'm not Mel Gibson. I'm not Kurt Russell. My name is Randall. It's Randy for short. I just like to come on here. I like to help people solve their problems. I like people to help people get sober, help them any way I can. I like to help people stop being envious of others who have done nothing but good for them. Stop calling people names. And I think the solution for Gwen is that Gwen needs to get laid. Okay? She needs to get laid on a regular basis. Then she won't have anything nasty to say to anyone. And I'm not the guy that's going to do it. I'm not going to help Gwen in that way. I really got to get help. I'm about to start cracking up. Okay? I'm about to start cracking up. Don't worry about who all these people are. You don't want to know. Thank you for trying your best to get me to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see when I get off of here if I got to 1,000 subscribers. I only needed 13 more. If you could please do me one more favor before I go. Could everybody watching here please do me a favor? It'll be so wonderful. It would make me so happy if you beautiful people could hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button. Tell McCarm, why not? Or do you know someone who could? You could be her wingman and take her somewhere and find a nice guy to go home with. What, you mean Gwen? Oh, you are over 1,000 subs now, Randy. Well, that's wonderful. This is a congratulations time. This is a time to celebrate that I have over 1,000 subs. I wonder how Jerry says, looks like you're over 1,000. Now that is wonderful. Now I have to get to my next goal is to get to 5,000 subs. And I'm going to be really pressing for this now. I'm going to really need everybody's help to spread the name of Hollywoodland22, my channel name, and ask people to subscribe to Hollywoodland22. You can find me on YouTube. You can tell all your friends on Facebook, X, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok. You can tell all your friends on all those platforms. You can pass out index cards with the name Hollywoodland22 YouTube and let everybody know about it. Let all your friends and family know about it. Thank you very much. And if you could just mention my name just a couple times, 2 or 3 times a day, Hollywoodland22, and maybe they will tell a few people, and those few people will tell a few people, and those 2 people, and it'll be word of mouth advertising, and they will all watch me. And we could talk about whatever. This is the channel where you get to talk about whatever you want to, except for no anti-Semitism, no racial bigotry, and no talking bad about women. You can even talk about politics and religion here, or getting off of drugs or alcohol, or societal problems, or fixing societal problems. I'm about fixing problems, but you could talk about whatever you want. You could talk about makeup if you want to. You could talk about your ideas on how we can solve, we can do something about Gwen's nasty, Gwen, who lives across the street, her nasty mouth, and how she calls people names underneath her breath. Okay. And how she needs to be corrected. And I think the best way to correct that is for us to figure out how to get Gwen laid. Okay. Really, seriously. Gwen needs to go to the Motel 6 and have somebody like really tap that ass. You know what I mean? Matriculate. What are you talking about? We're talking about Gwen and how she says nasty things to people because she's envious of them. And they're walking away down the sidewalk. And Gwen, this person did nothing but good things for Gwen. And she was walking down the sidewalk. And Gwen called this lady a bad word. And it was uncalled for. And I know the solution to stopping Gwen from saying all those nasty words because she's envious. She needs to get laid. Somebody needs to take her to the Motel 6 and tap that ass. And I'm not going to do it. There's no way, dude. I'm not doing it. I got a lady friend. I'm not going to do that. I don't cheat. I don't do stuff. I'm not a nice guy either. I'm a fair guy. Okay, I'm kind of a nice guy. All right, but I'm not gonna do that for Gwen. Oh, I think that I'm pretty sure that Gwen likes guys. Or no, Gwen is. We'll find out. Gwen could be watching right now. Who knows? That was hot and refreshing. Okay, who's in here? Anyone here from Connecticut? Need people to go to a meeting with me? My brain won't let me go alone. Yeah, it's time to hit a meeting. A Narcotics Anonymous meeting or an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. If you feel that you need to go, like if you feel that you're about to drink, you need to call somebody in the AA program. You're supposed to have a list of people you can call, including your sponsor or temporary sponsor, so that you can call them before you have that first drink or that first needle in your arm or that first hit of the pookie pipe and get all messed up. That's what I heard about it. I just heard those words. I never did that stuff. Maria Loudon, cool, well done, Randy. 1,001 subs. I need more people to hit the subscription button. I need to get to 1,100 subs is what I need. I need to make sure it's well over 1,000. And I subscribe back. Did you know that? I will subscribe back to you. Yes, I will. I'm a subscriber backer. Only the tube. See, the thing about Gwen is envious of another woman. She has envy in her heart. I don't know what her envy is about, or her what's her envy about? Her envy, or she's jealous, jealousy, and envy. Envy and jealousy of a woman that has her hands full. with responsibilities and everything like that. She's going to say, call her that name. She called her a name. You know what name she called her. I'm not going to say it on here, but she called her that name. It wasn't the C word, it was the other word, the W word. And women can be nasty to other women, can't they? I like to go to Celebrate Recovery at Trinity Church. Trinity Church, it's the best. They don't mess with you in public. Where is Trinity Church, Tomo Carm? If you don't think I'm doing anything unique, then you can leave. Goodbye. See ya. I don't need an egghead in here. Get out of here. I don't know what you are. You're going to leave too. You like looking at me? Well, that's wonderful. You can look at me. It's okay. This is me. I got a light up here. You can kind of see me. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Do we have any light in here? I don't even know if we have any light in here. Light on both sides. Push this up a little bit. You can look at me all you want. No. Maybe, I don't know. Gwen just needs to go to just hook up with some guy at the bar. Pierce Brosnan? No, I'm not. I like to celebrate recovery at Trinity Church. It's the best. They don't mess with you in public. It says at Tomo Carm. Tomo Carm. It's where I am. Oh, it's where you live? Trinity Church. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Is it in North Carolina? Embrace my weirdness, bro. I embrace the haters. They can hate me all day. I don't give a fuck. I actually literally don't give a fuck if you hate me. I don't hate anyone. I hate evil behavior. I don't hate anyone. I've had strong dislikes for people's behavior. I have actually disliked some people. I don't like people that are deceptive or lie or snakes. I don't like people that play head games either. I don't like that. I don't play games. Fly straight. Hollywoodland22. I need more subscribers. I need you to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for hitting the subscribe button. I'm a smaller channel. I just have a little bit over 1,000 subscribers, and I really want to get to 5,000 subscribers. Badly. That's the help I need more than anything else. I need the likes, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you liking the live. And I need you to tell people about my channel. We talk about just about anything you want to talk about. This is not really my channel. Hollywoodland22 is your channel. It's for you to vent, to hate me, to love me, to be indifferent towards me, to talk about sobriety, to talk about Jesus, to talk about spiritual things, to talk about, if you want to talk about Judaism, you can talk about that. If you want to talk about, whatever you think is going on. I mean, I'm a Christian, I'm a Protestant Christian, but you can talk about, if you want to talk about jumping in from, if you believe that people can jump between universes, you can talk about that. If you believe that truly that you are a chosen one by God and you have some type of a big assignment for you to take care of, I'd like to hear your story. I want to hear your story if you're a chosen one and you have something that you need to do. Or if you don't want to talk about that, if you want to talk about your life story, you can talk about your life story on my channel. And I will help you. I will bring you up. I got to figure out, can we split the screen on YouTube? Somebody please tell me, can we split the screen like you do on TikTok? Tomo Karm, I believe we come back until we are done learning and then we ascend. Boz Justice, I got accused of online stalking this gal, but it's not true. Have you ever been a newscaster? No, I've been in direct sales. Sold aluminum siding and vinyl siding and roofing materials and tools. And I've worked in retail management. I sold ladies' shoes, ladies' handbags, and men's high-end clothing. And I worked in the nightclub business. Yes, you can share streams. I need to learn how to do that. I'm going to take a tutorial or something like that. And I would like to split the screen so I can share at Superior Dave. I can split the screen and I can request people come up on YouTube also. Just like on TikTok, correct? At Superior Dave. Holly says, yes, you can split the screen, but I don't know how. Because I'm sticking with YouTube. Yes, I think you can split. I've seen it on other lives. That's good. You see it more on TikTok, but are you retired? No, I'm not retired. I'm not old enough. You look like Kurt Russell. Hey, handsome. Maria Loudon, 2936. Thank you for the compliment. There are apps you can use to manage streams. Apps you can use to manage streams, like apps that have that do what moderators do. I mod and don't engage in drama. At Dakula1, do you have your own? Do you live stream at Dakula1? Dakula1 is my moderator. One of my 3 moderators. Jerry is a moderator, and airline_pilot is an occasional moderator. I was just wondering, Dakula. Boz Justice, come hang out. I go live too. Oh, you do? Good. I need to figure out how to Boz Justice. At Boz Justice. At Boz Justice. Yeah, I'm going to come check you out. I don't even know if I don't know how to go to check out. Add as moderator. High user. Put on none of that. At Boz Justice, would you like to be an occasional moderator on my channel? I let anything go. I just don't want no anti-Semitism, no racial bigotry, and no talking about hurting women and children at all, and no weird sexual stuff. None of that weird shit. If you want to, you can be. Enroll. Yeah. Boz just sent a link to his channel. use this better. Okay, so you sent it to my channel, so I'll see it. Like when I'm done here, is that how it works? I need a Streamlabs app too. Yes, I need to do that, Superior Dave. Got another person at Superior Dave. Your wealth of information too. Streamlabs. The thing with that is I'm non-monetized right now. When I get to somewhere between 5,000, and I haven't decided if it's going to be like 5,000, 7,000, or 10,000 subscribers. At one of those numbers, I'm going to monetize my channel, and I got to figure out how to do that too, and pay my taxes and everything else. I will come hang out at Boz Justice. I will, definitely. I'm non-monetized now. I don't really need the money. I just come on here for fun stuff. But if I can make a passive income on this, why not? You know, it'll add to the income that I have. You can have some people pay for some streams and make others free. Okay, that's wonderful. It down there. Tomocarm. Oh, I see. I was down there. Tomocarm. Boz just sent you a link to his channel. Okay, I got it. Okay, I get it now. I think I'm subbed to here, maybe other two places. Why not? Or do you know someone who could? You could be her wingman. Oh man. Okay, I get this. This is great. I'm starting to learn how to use this better. You guys are fantastic. Yes. Tomocarm. I'm looking for other live streamers to hang out with. Jerry, wonderful you're here. Yeah, if you can monetize people, can throw super chats out. If you monetize, people can throw super chats out. Okay. It's another word I don't know. Super chats. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to find out soon. You know who another person I would ask for help is Jimmy the Hobo. He's on IP2 Network. I would ask him he knows all. He's a good streamer. He has a fantastic channel, Jimmy the Hobo. I do like Ice Poseidon stuff. I've watched some of his old stuff from when he was in East Hollywood. He was a lot of fun. He's a good streamer. I like Elisa Giordano down in South Florida. I think she's down in South Florida. Who else is a YouTube streamer I like is Lamont at Large, who also has Black Bigelow, the guy that does food reviews all over the country. I think he's originally from Hollywood, but he can't stand LA. He's fun. Make it so 111. Hi from Tennessee. Hi there. Welcome in. Enroll. Okay, I understand, Dakula One. I thought I would ask, but thank you, Dakula One, for moderating for me. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate it a whole lot. It's helped me immensely. You might like Melt More every morning. Melt More every morning is every morning. Oh, every morning. Is that a channel name? Melt More? Thank you. At Takula, you've been a lifesaver. I have never been in movies. I never was an actor ever. I lived in Hollywood. My lady friend, she doesn't want to move back to Burbank where I want to live. I want to live in Burbank because there's close to a lot of tourism business there, because the entertainment business brings tourism. And Los Angeles is on the up and up. It's going to get fixed up. Yes, and he come up every day. That's cool, Tomo Karm. Tomo Karm, I got your name written down. Now, when people want to find out how to subscribe to me, it appears to me that I just tell them that my channel name is Hollywoodland22 on YouTube. They type it in and they can find me. I don't think they necessarily have to go to @Hollywoodland21, which is called something. I thought that was called my handle, but I'm not sure what it's called. I think that's, around 4 p.m. U.S. time. Okay. I got to remember the people from all over the world here. You can talk you can talk about whatever you want. Now, let me ask you guys. Are you guys problem solvers? Yeah, it's getting late for me too. I got to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's almost 9. It's time for me to go. It's been real and it's been fun and it's been real fun. I really do appreciate you guys all and ladies coming in. And maybe in the next week or so, we can figure out a solution to cleaning up Gwen's potty mouth. And I think the solution is that she needs to get laid so that she becomes a nice person and not such a Karen and stops calling people names under her breath while they're walking away, which I think is cowardice to do. To call someone a name while they're walking away underneath your breath is very cowardice, even for a woman. And I think that's the solution for Gwen to get laid. If you have any other ideas on how we can clean up Gwen's potty mouth, okay, and get Gwen to stop being envious and let go of her insecurities and stop being so jealous of other women, let me know. How can we help Gwen become a better person? We're going to talk about that subject a lot more in the future. No, my name is Randall, and I'm in North Carolina. I'm not in the Midwest. Yeah, but she doesn't want to. Somebody tried to be her friend, shoveled her snow for her, done things for her, helped her, been nice to her, been nothing but nice to her, And she still had to call that woman a name, a nasty name. She's a nasty girl. The only solution is for her to get laid. That envious one. That jealous, envious Gwen. It's time for me to do something with his hair. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll just get it like this and just comb it down like this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I've had a wonderful time. You people are beautiful. Thank you for getting me over 1,000 subscribers. Tell everybody, please, about Hollywoodland22. And let's get me well over 1,000 subscribers. Let's try to get me to at least 1,025 subscribers or 1,050 subscribers in the next couple of hours. I'll see you guys this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. I'll pray for you. Thank you for all of your prayers. Having a surgery soon. And I am scared. I don't like anesthesiologists. I'm dumb. I burned my foot the other day. And I'm not perfect. But I do care about other people. And I know sometimes I care too much. I don't like to see people hurting. I love you guys. I really do love you guys very much. And Jesus loves you too. Just remember that. Bye-bye for now.